All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing another beer from the Fox Farm Brewery, and they're out of Salem, Connecticut, and this is their Quiet Night. So they're calling this one a Czech-style Dark Lager, and it comes in at 5.3% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, and this can is just under 3 months old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Steven, for picking this one up from the brewery for me. So huge thanks to him for this beer. Now, I have a handful of beers still left from the haul in late September. Right before the 2022 Beer Tuberpalooza took place. I drank all the hop forward beers that I got from Fox Farm, but now I have this. I have their Scatter, which is American Brown Ale. I have their Tines, which is a Meriton style Oktoberfest. I have their Echoes, which is a barrel-aged Baltic Porter with honey. So I have some cool reviews from Fox Farm coming up on the channel, and they're not hop forward, which is nice. I mean, I love their hop forward stuff, but I wanted to see what else they can throw out there because I know they brew a bunch of different styles. And we're going to start with this Czech-style Dark Lager. Now, my favorite Czech-style Dark Lager that I've had recently, or in recent memory, was from Thin Man out of Buffalo here. It was their Tmavy Lazak, and that was like 7 or 8 months ago I had that one. And man, it was delicious. It really was. It was just absolutely phenomenal for the style. And it's a style that I've been enjoying more and more over the years. So yeah, anyway, this looks beautiful. I almost feel like these are very, maybe not, you know, exact to like a German Schwarzbier. Almost like, this is almost like a, to me, in between that and like an American brown ale, but obviously it's a lager. So anyway, that has this really deep, dark brown color. Down here, it looks kind of like root beer. And then as it goes further up, it looks kind of more like a brown ale, right? Deep, dark brown. About just over 2 fingers of this really nice, we'll say straight up, tan, maybe even a light brown colored head, some bigger bubbles mixed in with smaller, so we have that soap sudsy, slight creamy look to it. Yeah, looks pretty good, although it's, you know, you can't really tell, it's the clarity's there, but it's a darker beer, so it's hard to see, but hold it up to light, you can see it for sure. It's a good nose. Nice. So it has like a toasted brown bread kind of quality. Touch of like a bitter and chocolate, a little bit of coffee roast, toffee, caramel. Almost reminds me, smelling this is like a, maybe it's more akin to like an English mild kind of character. Kind of has that feel to it, but obviously lagered. And a little bit bigger ABV. There's a nice dark fruit, like a raisiny plum. There's a little bit of like a floral / earthy hop tone as well. Apparently, again, I don't know a lot about the style, but basically Czech-style dark lagers are kind of like, just think of like a darker Pilsner. It's kind of what it is, right? Darker flavors, but like in the form of a Pilsner. Yeah, it smells really balanced. You know, all those sweet malt characters with that like floral, earthy kind of hop character. Man, it smells really good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Steven. Man, it reminds me so much of an English mild with the characters, but it has that lager kind of clean finish that's hard to replicate in an ale. Bodying this at 5.3%, it's like straight up medium body, really nice. The mouthfeel, it's a bit softer than I thought it was going to be based on the fact that it's a lager. It has a nice spritzy, kind of crispy sensation from the carbonation, but it's really smooth and creamy on the back of the palate. A little bit softer, like I said. The taste, this is pretty much everything I said in the nose. Toasted brown bread. There's caramel, there's toffee, there's Baker's chocolate. It's the Baker's chocolate kind of is, you know, obviously not, it doesn't have a sweetness to it, but just has that chocolate kind of feel, like a cocoa powder, right? Caramel and toffee, it just seems a little bit sweeter from the malt, right? But then right after that, there's this raisin plum kind of dark fruit sensation that's really cool. A little bit of like an underlying coffee roast as well. Maybe a touch of molasses. That's all at the forefront. Passes through. The sweet kind of malt character kind of dissipates a little bit and transitions right into this floral, earthy, almost spicy-esque kind of hop note. Finishes semi-dry with a mild to moderate bitterness. feel like it's a little bit more bitter than I was anticipating, which I actually enjoy that. I think it makes it a little bit more drinkable, or helps out the drinkability. Not that this really needs it, because it has such a crisp, clean, refreshing, crushable kind of feeling to it that I don't think it's necessarily something that is needs to be there, but I appreciate it. This is really good. Real good. I don't know if I like this more than the Tamavi Lazak from Thin Man, but I might. I think I do. I really like this. This is really good. Here's the thing. This is what I'll say. When people talk about, crushable, lower ABV beers, whether it's a Helles Lager or a Czech-style Pilsner or a German Pils, or something in that realm, right? Or even like an American Light Lager. I want the darker, lower ABV beers. I want this. I want the English mild ales. I like the Schwarz beers. Give me all the black lagers, right? This to me is something that if I could session beer like I used to, I would grab a 4-pack of this if I lived close to Fox Farm. It'd be in my fridge, and I'd drink a couple every single time I had one. It just has the flavors I'm looking for in a very tight package that is something that's right in my wheelhouse. So, Quiet Night from Fox Farm, their Czech-style Dark Lager. I have no problems in giving this one a go straight 4.25 out of 5. I think that's where this lands. This is really good. I really dig this. So kudos to Fox Farm for this one. 5.3%, like I said, that's the beauty about a lot of beers like this. You can't really even tell there's alcohol. It drinks like a beer because it is a beer, but never gets in the way. I typically find that under 7%. I just don't taste the alcohol anymore, and that's great. The price point availability, I paid $3.75 for that can, so you're talking $15 4-pack, bit pricey. I'd want to see this in the $12 to $14 range, closer to $12 if I could. But Fox Farm makes quality stuff, so a couple more dollars for a 4-pack, I'm not that upset about it. If I live close to Connecticut, I definitely have this in my fridge. And the fact is you can buy single cans. If I just want to buy 2 cans, I can and spend $7.50 and not have to buy the entire 4-pack. That's cool too. And availability, I think Fox Farm is pretty much brewery only, or in and around the Salem area. So I will say this, I've said this multiple times now with Fox Farm beers. If you're within an hour or two drive of their brewery and you haven't tried out their stuff and you're a craft beer nerd, I don't know how that would happen, because these guys would be already on your radar. But if not, definitely check them out. Make a Saturday trip there or something. I don't know. I would definitely be here like once a month buying stuff at the very least. So huge thanks to Steven once again for picking this one up from the brewery. Thanks everybody stopping by for you on the beer review here on the Beer Patrol. If you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. I think it's just a very nice, crushable Czech-style dark lager that would be like my preference for a low ABV crusher of a beer. Anyway, to the next one. Cheers.